Wow, my dumbass was like trying to click on new game and it wasn't working. And then I realized it's arrow keys. I'm playing on keyboard. I'm going to assume this works on keyboard, and it's not going to be like a Kingdom Hearts situation where like I ended up having to play on a controller. Live virus, can I play on a keyboard because it's like a text adventure, no? So, or like not text adventure per se, but it's like a lot of reading, right? So, hopefully it works on keyboard. Yeah, I can play on keyboard, Liddy. Anyways, hi. How you doing? Also, I'm gonna go put my desk into standing mode. I've been a fucking sedentary the whole fucking day. How you doing? Even though I only just talked to you like 5 minutes ago, but how have you been in the last 5 minutes? I missed you. Only point and click and option selection. I love things that have no mechanics because we all know I'm pretty mechanically challenged, so I need to turn the volume down. So there's no chatbot either. I think I'll have to turn the chatbot off when I stream this game because I have to actually turn the source audio down pretty low just because it comes out on stream super high. And the thing is, like, the output volume also includes like just my desktop audio, which is like where the chatbot outputs as well, so probably these streams are gonna not have chatbot, which is fine. My manager logged back on now, figuring out the tool and stuff. Lit seems helpful. Hi Kevin. How you doing, Kevin? Do you want the guide to wait? Do you want the guide to gameplay to be displayed? We recommend that first time players. Like yes. I am indeed a first time player. Game start. End 0. Bad. This is a work of fiction. Names, characters, places, and incidents either are products of the author's imagination or used fictitiously. Any resemblance to actual persons living. Hey, I can't read that fucking fast. Ooh, it's loud. Elden Ring is out. It just came out? Wasn't that already out? Are you playing it though? Hi, Slamp. How's it going? Holy shit, the audio is actually so loud. I pranked you. It was a horror game all along. I mean, kind of scared me. The music got me. Okay, so this is like shows credits first. Neat. Good, how are you? I'm doing alright. I don't know, I didn't really feel so good today most of the day. I haven't really felt good. I didn't really feel so great yesterday either. But it's not terrible, so it's not really anything to complain about. But we're mostly been chillin', so. I think I might have asked you this before, but Sam, have you heard of this game as well? Has anyone other than Life Virus heard of this game? I know Life Virus has heard of it, because I'm playing this because you suggested it to me. Rooftop sports always freaked me out. I know, right? What if you yeet like a basketball off a roof? Off like like if you yeet a basketball off like a 50-floor building. Oh my god, that meteor would kill someone. Yeah, what if you kick the ball and that shit just bonks some dude 20 stories down? Exactly, it'd be a small meteor. Nope. Alright, we get to experience this all together. I'm not gonna lie, I still don't really understand kind of what this game is, other than, right, adventure game and like it's multiple endings, but Life Virus loves this game so much, and I care about Life Virus's opinion. All facts, no printer. Do.
新宿区オフィスビル立てこもり事件の速報です。今朝新宿6丁目のオフィスビルに目出し帽をかぶった40歳前後とみられる男が従業員数人を人質に取り立てこもりました。その後数時間経った今も男は
I'm probably gonna do the same thing for this game as I did with Corpse Party, where like shit, okay. But I'm probably gonna do the same as Corpse Party, right? Where I think like I'm gonna let the voice acting run and then I'll read it back. Well, obviously not in this situation because the audio's just running and I can't stop. I'm not in control of it, but well, if Life Virus likes it, it will have to give the game some credit. Why dot. Review comes out came out through. Oh, okay. Are you enjoying it? Life inspire us to play different games. Shibuya story is yours to tell. I mean, Life Virus, don't worry, I'm sure I'm gonna enjoy it in some way or another. Life Virus was like, I'm not sure if you're gonna like it, and like I'll be sad because it's like my favorite game, and I want you to like it, and I'll be like, I feel like if there's anything consistent about me, is that I consistently surprise you about what games I end up liking, because you were like, you weren't sure if I'd like League, and now I'm addicted. You weren't sure if I'd like Undertale, and now we get to listen to Lo-Fi Undertale on all my art streams, which are postponed for the time being because I just have not much motivation to be doing art streams. So I will say I might start doing art streams again soon, like maybe the week after next week or something, and then I'm probably gonna do these streams, right? 428 Shibuya Scramble on Sundays instead of Thursdays, but I just didn't know what else to stream today, so I decided to start it anyways. I don't care if you like it because it's my favorite game, but I just don't want you to play through a game you don't like. Well, if there's also anything we've learned, it's that there's not many games that I don't like. Looks nervously at Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. Oh, because the credit. Oh, I get it. I'm slow. Sorry, my brain is smooth. Alright, as you play through the game, the various mechanics will be explained. Neat. In 428, you follow the stories of multiple protagonists at once. Your decisions impact their experiences as you read the story. What does the day hold in store? Their fate is in your hands. This actor looks familiar. Hopefully you can see them all through to the end, so I have to keep them all alive. To start, you have two characters, Shinya Kano and Aichi Endo. Let's begin by checking out Kano's story. I know this guy from somewhere. Also, is it automatic save? It said save in the bottom left just now. Just 2 more minutes to go. Shinya Kano noted the time again on his watch, scowling at the slow creep of the second hand. The time was 9:58 a.m. Furrows of consternation creased his forehead. He wasn't nervous, but he knew better than to expect everything to go smoothly. Keeping a level head was proving rather difficult. There was no room for failure. Lives were on the line here. Oh? He eyed his surroundings. Was the perp really going to show up? When? Where would he be coming from? How would he make his approach? The Shibuya Scramble was as packed as ever. A throng of people crossing this way and that, blissfully unaware. Oh, wait. I read that with the wrong inflection. The Shibuya Scramble was packed as ever, a throng of people crossing this way and that, blissfully unaware of the dozens of detectives hidden in its midst. Also, hopefully the sound is okay. I see that the audio is getting pretty high, but I don't think it's horribly distracting. Let me know if it's too loud. Alright, another minute and a half. Kano glanced down his watch yet again. A mere 30 seconds had passed. Detective Kano had been with the enforcement arm of Shibuya's criminal affairs section for a year now, but he'd never been part of an operation this big before. He eyed the young woman standing beside the statue up ahead. Hey, that's Hachiko! She was small enough to get lost in the crowd, and she carried a nondescript attaché case. Oh my god, some of the vocabulary is just too big for my smooth brain. Seems good on my MO? Alright, Poggers! Hitomi Osawa, age 19. Sorry, my back was so itchy. The attaché case in her hands contained a full 50 million yen in cash. She ain't look 19, the fuck? I know, right? She looks 29. Yesterday, her twin sister, Maria, had been kidnapped. Maria. This was the ransom payment. The culprit had called Hitomi last night at home, referring to her by name and telling her to wait by the statue of Hachiko in Shibuya. Babo. Oh, Asians don't raisin, it's true. I used to always tell one of my friends that, like, the only reason I want to live to be old is because, like, I feel like the funny thing about Asian aging is, like, you look super young until you're, like, 80, and then for some reason overnight just you suddenly look 150 and you're like wrinkly AF. Like, I wanna hit that. I wanna hit the day that I just become like a fossil and then I'm outie. It was almost time, but nothing. Kano was staring fixedly at the second hand on his watch. I'm not a big fan of like this. Whew. It's really hard. It's pretty hard to read the text, even though it has like a black drop shadow on it. Or a black outline around it. It's pretty hard to read the text. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a super big fan of this UI. Kano was staring fixedly at the second hand on his watch when a homeless man sitting on the sidewalk murmured just loud enough for him to hear. Come on, Kano, quit looking at your watch so much. What if the kidnapper sees you? Kano tried to look nonchalant as he lifted his eyes, but the scruffy character continued. You're too nervous, just relax already. Wonder if there are options. There probably are. Oh no, there aren't accessibility options actually, because I checked the settings earlier to try and turn down the in-game volume, and the only settings it had was for like resolution display and one other thing, but it wasn't related to the UI. Also, 2008 game, by the way. I know. I'm not saying it's like, wow, game sucks. I'm just saying that, you know, it's the same thing as complaining about the camera in Kingdom Hearts 1. I know it's an old game. You're the one acting suspicious, Sasayama. Kano frowned. Why would some homeless guy be talking to me? XD. He has a point. Yuji Sasayama was the senior officer of the Shibuya Precinct's Criminal Affairs Division, 5 years older than Kano. Okay, some words and phrases are highlighted in blue, so they're important. These are called tips. Ooh. Press tab to underline a tip, then press space. Pressing tab's not working. Oh, now it's working. Oh, okay, it's because it was still tutorializing it. Official name, Shibuya Central Precinct, responsible for the safety of approximately 200,000 people in 32 neighborhoods, including Uehara. Oh my god. Danicho. I just was gonna have a stroke trying to read that one. That's a lot of neighborhoods. Udagawa-cho, Ebisu Nishi. Oh, you guys can't see. What's the word? Steam, right? The bottom right. I don't want to dox anyone on my list playing Elden Ring right now. Not Kevin. Ebisumi Nami Oyamacho Kamiyama-macho Kamiyama-cho. Oh my god, I'm having a stroke. Sakura Gao-gacho. I can't read all of these so fast. Isn't like Ebisu some shrimp dish? Yes, this shit ain't matter most of the time, I think. Oh really? Okay. Goodbye. He always went a little overboard with the disguises. He claimed it was all part of the job, but word around the station was that he just liked playing dress up. Hey pal, spare some change. Sasayama lurched onto his feet and shuffled in close to Kano. Hey, knock that off. Fittingly for the part, Sasayama reached pretty badly. Well, ain't suspicious now, huh? He clung to Kano with mock camaraderie despite the younger man's attempts to pull away. Come on, Sasayama, cut it out. Sasayama's blithe confidence rattled Kano's nerves. Of course, there was good reason for that confidence. This was Kano Sasayama's jurisdiction, but they were positioned a good distance from where the handoff was to take place. Bruh, it's defining me jurisdiction. The statue of Hachiko was surrounded by elite investigators from one of HQ's special investigation teams. Press tab. Repeat it. Okay. These are probably all just like definitions. Oh. Kano and his partner were just there to provide backup if the kidnapper attempted to flee. Look, just try to relax, we'll be fine. Sasayama gave him a wink. A moment later, the radio squawked in Kano's ear. Alright everyone, it's time. Keep your eyes open. What? The voice coming into the earpiece was Koji Kuzue, HQ's operations director. Also, hold up, I need to take my headset off and scratch behind my ears. So itchy. Whew, okay. I need to wash my hair in the morning. Until last year, he'd been Shibuya's precinct's head detective and Kano's supervisor. We don't know when the perp is going to make contact. Don't let your guard down. Kuze's, Kuze? Oh, Kuze. I think I said Kuzue by accident earlier. Kuze's low, gravelly voice echoed in Kano's ear. You don't sound too worried, Kuze. Kano winced at Sasayama's words. How could this man be so nonchalant? The appointed time had come and gone. Something should be happening. Whap! Kano smacked himself in the thigh to release a little tension. The sound was louder than he'd intended, though the suit hid his muscular physique. It did little to dampen the noise. They just had to work in that he's like a hunk. He needed to stay focused. He might be called to action at any moment. Kinda hot, kind of a nerd, he's wearing glasses, nerd. The department handled abduction cases according to a certain standard investigation. A certain standard investigation procedure. Was it an attempt to extort money, or was the motive something personal? The answer to the question would determine how they deal. The answer to that question determined how they deal with the criminal. And based on the investigation team's initial findings this time around, they probably weren't dealing with a professional kidnapper. Still, in all likelihood, it was someone with a long rap sheet. Probably someone who knew the family, but so far they had few leads on who might bear such a grudge. With the situation so unclear, what the heck? With the situation so unclear, the plan was to apprehend whomever came to make the handoff on site. If the culprit ran with the money, there'd be no guarantee of the hostage's well-being. Still nothing. Still nothing, Sasayama muttered. There he is! He's here! Oh, gotta zoom in. Because it broke in, his voice spiking to an excited chirp. Oh, sorry. Bruh. Subject is a young male in his 20s wearing a bandana and an orange hoodie. Bruh. Because they normally calm and stoic was now squawking like an excited child. Squawk. That only happened when he got particularly worked up. Kano and Sasayama steeled themselves. Excited chirp. Are we sure? That dude looks like he's handing out flyers and works at a ramen shop. They can see the subject now. A 20-something male nonchalantly approached Hitomi to talk to her. Alright, people. Be ready to grab this guy. Kuze was stationed in the mobile command center not far from the intersection, keeping tabs on the situation via video surveillance from the camera team. The young man started speaking enthusiastically to Hitomi. The detectives watched uncertain. Was this really the kidnapper? Hey, that's gotta be him. Well, you'll encounter sections, okay? Okay, the choices that I'm making now will not impact any other protagonist. That's gotta be him. Kano took a step forward, then hesitated. The situation still wasn't entirely clear. He needed to get a better look at things. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if this is the guy. The situation wasn't entirely clear. He needed to get a better look at things. The newcomer held a bundle of letter-sized paper, which he showed to Hitomi as he went on talking. He is like advertising. He tried to hand her one of the papers, but she pointedly ignored him. Undeterred, the man kept trying to foist it off on her. Hitomi refused to respond, becoming motionless as the statue of Hachiko behind her, until finally the man gave up and walked away. Some kind of solicitor. Guess it wasn't him. Kano felt the tension of the moment lingering in his spine. Guy must have been hitting on her. Let me guess, it's gonna define hitting on her. Succeeding at meeting someone on the fly like this takes a special knack. Looks are also important. Sometimes, of course, the person trying to get your attention out of nowhere is just trying to make a sales pitch for a product or a nearby establishment. At first glance, it isn't always easy to tell the difference. It's funny. I mean, she's pretty cute and all. He had a point, bruh. Though, of course, something in Sasayama's voice made Kano brace himself. She's got nothing on me to- bruh. Mitsuya was Sasayama's wife. They got married just last month. Let me tell you, Kano, married life is the best. You gotta hurry up and give it a try for yourself. This is too funny. This was Sasayama's favorite topic lately, and Kano's getting more and more fed up with it. Stapleton is a master of technique. It was love at first sight when I saw him and he said hi to me. But you've never seen him. Sasayama, come on, just knock it off, okay? The phrase had become a common refrain of his since the department partnered them. In chat. Jeez, get a room. I get it, I'm just chopped liver. Fine, let's talk about your girlfriend then. Oh wait, you don't got one. Huh? No, you can't be serious. Sasayama leaned in close again. What's she like? We are not having this conversation. Kano muttered, looking away. Oh, come on. Sasayama set his hand on Kano's chest, still playing the homeless troublemaker. Show me your phone. Kinda cursed. Show me your phone. Let me see your lock screen. Huh? Sasayama pawed for the phone. You've got a pic of your girl on your lock screen, yeah? Mom said it's my turn to life virus. Oh, that's cringe. Cursed. I do not. Oh, sorry. Tapped out by accident, but he did. It was scary how on the mark Sasayama's instincts were. Hey, cut it out. We're in the middle of an investigation. This is so funny. I'm investigating, Sasayama chuckled as he plucked the phone from Kano's pocket. Yo, this Sasayama guy kinda sus. He's distracting us. His face scrunched up with a look of astonishment as he looked at the lock screen. Hey, the heck is this? It's not... Ain't this Masami Nagahama? I kind of realized he had to bite the bullet. No, that's my girlfriend. Her name's Nuni. She's Sasayama Karama. You're telling me this ain't Masami Nagahama, the famous actress? Because this right here is Masami Nagahama. Like I said. You sly old dog trying to make like you're dating Masami Nagahama. I'm not. I mean, I guess Numi does kind of look like her. Sasayama let out a huff. For real, you really think I'm gonna fall for that? XD. There's nothing to fall for, I swear. Sasayama scowled, unconvinced. Alright then, why don't you marry her? Kano stammered, but he had no answer. The truth was he would have happily married her already, but there were obstacles that need to be overcome. Okay, playtime's over. Let's focus on the job. Sasayama handed back Kano's phone and turned his gaze back to Hitomi. Kano let out a quick uneasy sigh, but his shoulders did feel looser. Maybe Sasayama had been trying to relieve a bit of the tension. Maybe he should be grateful. Let me guess, they're gonna let her back and she's gone. By now, several minutes had passed since the guy with the papers had gone away. To activate autoplay. I don't really want autoplay. Keep out or bad end will cancel, blah blah blah. Is it telling me to... By now, several minutes had passed since the guy with the papers had gone away. He peered at Hitomi. The strain on her face was visible. In addition to the weight of the attaché case itself, the 10,000, 10,000 yen bills it held weight close to 6 kilos. Her underarms must have been getting tired. Still, she refused to set the case down. She wasn't taking any chances with her sister's life. The kidnapping case had begun around the day before at 7 p.m. This is MPD dispatch. The Shibuya precinct is reporting a missing person believed to be an abduction. Subject is Maria Osawa, the 19-year-old student at Midoriyama Academy, last seen at the LL Diner near campus. A man was allegedly seen forcing her into a car nearby. All the officers in the vicinity report to the scene at once. Kano and Sasayama had been working a burglary case in Jinguma's 5th district when they got the call. The two arrived at the LL Diner at 7:15 p.m. At roughly the same time, several other officers showed up to secure the area, blocking off entry to nearby roadways and monitoring the surrounding establishments. Inside the restaurant, Kano and Sasayama were met by a girl who reported the kidnapping. It was the victim's twin sister, Hitomi. Could you tell us about when Maria was taken, starting from the very beginning? Hitomi, she gotta be guilty of something, Kano said, keeping his voice low. My sister and I were supposed to go to a party together today. Hitomi was trembling, her voice hoarse. But I messed up the time. I showed up right at 7, an hour later than I was supposed to. So Maria had gone along to the party, a mixer for locals and exchange students. Hitomi, arriving late, had showed up just in time to glance out through the restaurant window and see her sister getting shoved into a car. She described the vehicle as a blue station wagon of Japanese make. Why would something like this happen to her? Hitomi held back her tears, but she was shaking all over. Did you get a look at the kidnapper? Yes, it was a man, middle-aged. Oh, there was another eyewitness, Leland Palmer. He identified himself as a lecturer at Hitomi Muria's school. I saw too. It's like Hitomi says. I heard Hitomi cry out, and so I went to the window to look. His Japanese was halting, as if he hadn't been in the country very long. I think that maybe the kidnapper was working alone. Leland explained that he'd seen the man shove Maria into the back seat, then clamber into the driver's seat. If he had an accomplice, wouldn't they have been driving? Neither Hitomi nor Leland had a good look at the suspect's face. Kano was interviewing others who had been on the scene, I almost said section, looking for other potential witnesses, but when his phone rang. It was Yoshio Kajiwara, one of the senior detectives. Stroke. We set up a task fork? I just can't read. A task fork for the investigation. Get back to the situation once you have a handle on the situation there. Barely half an hour had passed between the kidnapping was reported and the task force, and the time the task force, I just literally cannot read today. Task fork, you know, I'm gonna call it task fork from now on. Began the operation. The time the task fork began operation. I'm having a stroke. Barely half an hour had passed between the time the kidnapping was reported and the time the task force began operation. When Kano and Sasayama got back to the precinct station, Kuze had already arrived from HQ. He informed them that a response team had been formed to investigate the victim's home. Kano could feel a peculiar tension in the air. Unfamiliar MPD detectives scurried to and fro around the Shibuya offices. He pulled one of them aside to get a quick update. An hour had now passed since the kidnapping. There had been one new development in the update. The perpetrator had made a threatening call to the victim's home. He said the following. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. by Hachiko in Shibuya. Have the sister Hitomi bring me 50 million yen. If not, the girl's life is forfeit. Let me guess, the sister is in cahoots with the kidnapper. The sister wants the money too. She's not. She wasn't kidnapped. She set it up. I don't know. Oh my... I like how they're just like all standing around eating a banana. The dude's eating a sandwich and drinking a coffee. Kajiwara from the precinct was put on the response team along with the detectives from elsewhere who'd received special training in abduction cases. I don't know, just a theory, okay? I've seen it happen. Not in real life, but you know, it happened in Lost, okay? So, it's possible. Normally, a local precinct detective wouldn't have gone undercover in a victim's home. Kuze, however, had decided that having a knowledgeable local was crucial and had sent Kajiwara along. The detectives disguised themselves as delivery people and movers to make their way inside without suspicion. Oh my god, why is my arm so itchy? Hold on. I need to, like, because I'm wearing a turtleneck right now, I have to, like, roll my turtleneck sleeve up super far to get to, like, above my elbow. Okay. The detectives, arriving there at 8:30. Okay. The response team had come prepared to run a trace if the kidnapper contacted the family a second time. One trace? Okay, yeah. But there were no further calls. Kano checked his watch again. 20 minutes had now passed since the time designated for the ransom handoff. She looks so suspicious standing there herself. It's just, like, funny. The kidnapper had yet to appear. Crap, you think we might have spooked him? He wondered aloud. Hey, stay calm. Sasayama scanned the passing throng. He's just playing with us. Why'd this guy even pick this place? I agree, like, why pick a very public spot? Well, Kano voiced the question he'd been asking himself ever since he heard the kidnapper's demands. Sasayama shrugged. Figure he must want to blend in with the crowd, nab the money, and disappear before anyone knows he's there, would be my guess. Probably. I agree. Oh, I didn't mean to hit the autoplay. In that case, why not pick Shinjuku or Ginza? The big crowd didn't just benefit the kidnapper after all. It also allowed the police to use the sea of people to conceal their own operation. Right now, there were 50 detectives stationed within a 150-meter radius of where Hitomi stood. The kidnapper would be taking a major risk if his plan was to nab the ransom money and run. That's what bothered Kano. Oh, any criminal with half a brain would know better than to do a handoff in front of Hachiko. You're overthinking things, pal. Hello? Did I break it? Oh! No, I'm not. Oh, I had autoplay on by accident. No, I'm not. Kano reached into his pocket and pulled out his notepad. This was Kano's Dick diary, which he always kept close at hand. Sasayama rolled his eyes. That thing again? Kano ignored him flipping through the notepad pages. Why is it called a Dick diary? Where is he keeping it? Here it is. Dick dictum number 89. The more relevant something seems, the more relevant it's bound to be. It was his favorite saying of Kizo Tateno, an assistant inspector from the Shibuya precinct. This person has nice handwriting. It's like a brush. Or they wrote it with a brush, and it's quite nice. Tateno is the kind of detective Kano aspired to be. For the current operation, he'd been placed in charge of Hitomi's personal safety. Dick Diary entry 69. Nice. Nice. He was in position to defend her as soon as the ransom had been handed off. Of course, Hitomi hadn't been informed of how much protection she was under. There was a risk that if she acted too secure, it might alert the kidnapper. I think Tateno has the right idea. Sasayama snorted quietly. Maybe, I mean, he's a great detective, don't get me wrong. But do you know how many relevant things there are to consider? Again, Kano ignored him. It didn't matter if nobody else understood. Kano had faith in Tateno as both a detective and as an individual. He had first witnessed Tateno's brilliance during a standoff at a financial company 3 years earlier. A man had shut himself in an office, splashing gasoline everywhere and threatening to set the place ablaze. Wow, that was a really gross burp. Or it was like a hiccup burp. Oh, that was just a burp. You guys didn't hear anything? While the others hesitated, Tateno unflinchingly doused himself with the gasoline and strode it into the building, where he managed to talk the man down and secure the scene. XD. The others had been awestruck by Tateno's actions. And Kano, who at the time had been content to be a run-of-the-mill policeman, had found it quite inspiring. Still, you know. Sasayama murmured under his breath. Also, how do you, like, pause this game? Like, how do I exit? I'm pressing escape and nothing's happening. XD. Still, you know, Sasayama murmured under his breath. As great a detective as Tateno is, it's not like anyone else in the world has ever heard of him. Just eating a banana again. I suppose not, Kano said. So... You can't pause, you gotta finish it in one go. Oh, so how long is each go, right? Because there's multiple endings, right? How long is each one? I think you once told me it's like an hour-ish, right? If we chant it, it will come through. Savathon. Savathon. Thinking emoji. Honestly, I'm glad there's no voice acting, though. I was really... Because, like, that was one really big downside of playing Corpse Party on stream, is, like, waiting, because, like, it just took a lot longer to get through the game, just because I waited for the audio to finish playing so I could read it through. Only time anyone ever hears a cop's name is if he's caught up in some scandal or killed in the line of duty. You should be able to back out to a sub-menu, but this is right now is tutorial thingy. So, oh, this is still tutorial. Okay. So, will be able to pause. You were trolling me when you said that you can't pause. It's all in one go. Wow, the audacity. I mean, doesn't really seem fair, does it? Kano just shrugged. It was a strange definition of unfair, really. I mean, you've got you've got celebrity chefs and celebrity hairdressers and stuff. So how come no celebrity gumshoes, you know? I was just trying to make a subathon happen. I'll consider it. But you need subs for subathon. XD. Look, please. Can you just focus on what we're doing here? Kano rubbed his eyes, turned his attention back to Hitomi. What's the matter? Didn't sleep? What's the matter? Trying to go somewhere? Not enough, I guess. Did you eat? Didn't have time. Between bringing in supplies for the base operations and readying the team vehicles, photocopying hundreds of documents, and various other tasks, Kano had barely slept the previous night and hadn't gotten a meal in either. Bruh. What have you been doing? Sasayama puffed out his chest. Saving my energy for today. So you were sleeping. Kano gave a wry chuckle at his partner's lack of shame. There he is! Kuze's voice chirped suddenly through Kano's earpiece. A man in his 20s wearing a sleeveless red jacket. He's carrying a garbage bag. A young man had emerged from the crowd about 15 feet from where Hitomi was standing. He strode toward her, a sinister look on his face. He didn't match Hitomi's description, but Kano felt a jolt of nerves all the same. Maybe the kidnapper had hired some young street punk to snatch this ransom payment. That our guy? What do you think, Kano? Sasayama whispered. Yeah, I think he's got to be. This was it. Kano swallowed the lump in his throat. He bent his knees, ready to act fast. Blood rushed through his leg muscles, banishing the stiffness that had begun to take hold. Could this be the culprit? Or perhaps... The young man tried to snatch the briefcase from Hitomi, but she clung to it with desperate strain. It was him! The detectives rushed in. Whoa, hey, what the hell? The young man cried out frantically and tried to dart away, but the officers closed in, forcing him bodily to the ground. The target secured. Oh geez, I think we've got another suspect on the scene. Uh-oh, eek, he's taken the ransom! Kuze's hysterics made Kano spin around. Sure enough, a foreign-looking man was sprinting away, attaché case hand in hand. The mob of detectives scrambled to pursue. Before Kano could react, most of them had run off, leaving him to look after the original suspect. What should I do with this guy, sir? Might have some connection to the kidnapper. Should I bring him in? Huh? Oh, sure, that'd be swell. I'm on it. With the help of the remaining detectives, Kano brought the suspect back to the Shibuya precinct. Look, how many times do we have to go through this? Cut the crap. In the interrogation room, the young man who gave his name as Achiendo steadfastly insisted on his innocence. Why'd you try and steal that case? Kano watched Achi's face intently. Like I said, he looked heavy. It looked heavy, so I was just trying to help her out. It wasn't inconceivable that a young guy would want to help a pretty girl. But Hitomi had just been standing there hardly in desperate need of assistance. She hadn't set the case down, so I figured there had to be something important inside. An entry from Kano's dick diary shot through his mind. Dick dictum, 25. When the tongue slips, grab it and yank out the truth. Classic advice for questioning. Something important you say, such as, how the heck would I know? Achi spat. He huffed and slumped back in his chair. The standard textbook back and forth had been going on for nearly an hour. Kano didn't mind. Chasing down criminals was all well and good, but questioning suspects was another key part of the job. Plenty of off-the-scene work went into cracking a case. Once again, he had Achi explain what he had been doing the same from the beginning. When Kano finally emerged from the interrogation room for a short break, he learned that there had been some progress on the case at the crime scene. What the police hadn't been able to determine yet, however, was whether or not Maria was safe. Fighting back his anxiety, Kano consulted his dick diary. Why is it called the dick diary? I just need to know. Hello? There we go. I keep tapping out by mistake. Dick dictum. Haste makes waste. He felt his tension subside, remembering the right maxim always helped. It was like casting a magical spell. Kano returned to confront Achi once more. You were there to act as a distraction to mess up the investigation, weren't you? Huh? Achi looked a bit dumbfounded. What are you on about? Dick dictum number 55. The truth hungers to be free. You hunger? Got some katsudon if you'd like. Achi nodded silently. Achi devoured a bowl of katsudon with gusto. He looked like he hadn't eaten in a while. Alright then, spill it. What's this guy after? Achi just shrugged. I don't know, he murmured, as a thick slice of egg-laden pork between his teeth. Oh, he murmured, not as, How many accomplices do you have? Kano asked. I keep hitting shift by accident instead of enter. But Achi shook his head as he inhaled his food. Resignedly, Kano flipped through his notebook once more. Let's see, number 15. Use the lights to your advantage. As the minutes ticked past, he found himself referring to his book again and again, trying a dozen different methods to tease out whatever the suspect might be hiding. The experience began to feel strange and surreal. Their two voices echoing hollowly in the interrogation room. Oh my god, I need to stop hitting shift by mistake. Eventually, Kano looked at the clock and realized that the questioning had been going on for nearly 5 hours. Bruh. He still hadn't made any headway. What was he supposed to do next? Tateno would know, but he sure didn't. Still, he was determined to do whatever he could to keep the victim and her family safe. Gritting his teeth in frustration, he perused the dick diary like it was a scripture. Number 116. The monotonous questioning was clearly tiring Achi out. His eyelids drooped like they were beginning to get heavy. Numbers 117. Get them when they're tired. Kano's eyes gleamed. You're part of some criminal gang, huh? Achi's head slumped forward heavily. Nodding off, but basically the same as nodding yes, right? Mr. Kusei, I did it! The young guy we grabbed at the handoff site, he finally confessed to the crime. Bruh. What? What are you talking about? Kusei laughed in disbelief. We're just about to apprehend the mastermind here. Huh? Kano clutched his cell phone, dumbstruck. Listen, why don't you, just wait there at HQ, okay? No. It can't be. Oof. After the kidnapping case wrapped up... Oh, Kano tendered his resignation. Guess I'm not cut out to be a detective after all, he thought to himself. He dropped the dick diary on his desk as he left the Shibuya precinct for the last time. What? Did we just get a bad ending? Oh, how did we get a bad ending? I mean, there were no other choices. Kano wondered about a bad end, however, this does not mean the choice he made for Kano was the wrong one. One of the other protagonists, Achi Endo, has an impact on Kano's fate here. You can avoid a bad end by making proper decisions. Another character story. For a detailed hint, check tips. Okay. By underlining, okay. Kano had every reason to suspect Achi Endo, but arresting him turned out to be a mistake. If Achi hadn't approached, he told me this wouldn't have happened. Try playing Achi's story up to 10:30 and make a choice that keeps him from going up to her. If you do that, Kano won't even have the chance to arrest him and things should oh, scripted. Oh. I figured it must be scripted because, like, the only other choice that I had was, to, right, jump the guy who was handing out flyers, but I have a suspicion that, like, no matter what you chose there, like, even if you said to go up to him, like, Sasayama probably would have been like, no, I don't think this is our guy. He would have stopped you. I think Sasayama would have, like, it would have been scripted that he'd stop you being like, yeah, no, that's not our guy. That dude's handing out ramen flyers. XD. Timeline bending. That's a mechanic in the game. Ha! Sorry. Ripping a napkin to wipe my hand. Or a paper towel. Okay. Oh. Achi. Okay. Why is he shirtless? Not like this. Not like this. Favorite element in Avatar? I love time bending. Atieno called out at the door to his father's room. Okay, I'm heading out. Sure. His father sounded unconcerned. He didn't even open the door. Sure you don't want me to stay here in the shop? It's not like we're gonna get any customers. Bruh. Achi grimaced. Yeah, I guess not. The drawer by the front door had a stack of heavy-duty trash bags. Oh, sorry. Achi pulled a few of them out. Guess it's gonna be that kind of day. He stuffed the trash bags into his pocket, then slipped on his favorite pair of sneakers. Entryway to Achi's home also led into the family shop. Various pieces of electronics were piled up, like so much junk in the tiny retail space. The slightest bump brought the risk of an avalanche. Achi wove his way through the gaps in appliances like a spelunker exploring a cave. From Shibuya Station, if you make your way up past the 109 building, then up through Dogenzaka, you'll come across an old shopping district. Nestled in its outskirts is Endo Electronics, in the same place it's been for decades. Within its dimly lit interior, you'll find rows of wares all caked in dust. At a glance, you might well assume the place was closed. A mom and pop place like Endo's couldn't compete with the big consumer chains booming throughout Shibuya. So far, the store remained in business thanks to locals who appreciated that they made house calls to do repairs. But things weren't looking good for the future. Achi, the eldest son and nominal successor to the business, had no interest whatsoever in working there. Achi stepped out of the shop into the sunny morning air. The good weather had lifted his spirits. Alrighty, time to do this. He unfurled one of the big garbage bags, which caught in the wind and fluttered like a cape. Then he slowly made his way towards Shibuya Station, scanning his surroundings all the while. Sheesh, this place was filthy. He paused to pick up a plastic bottle that had been tossed on the ground. Ooh, it's a good citizen. Then, with a heavy sigh, he slipped the crushed receptacle into his trash bag. He'd been picking up trash around town like this for 6 months now. It had gotten so that the sort of garbage most people would hardly notice stood out to him like a sore thumb. Most days he filled the trash bag to the top by the time he made it from his house in Dogenzaka to the train station. Today he was halfway to the station when a woman's anxious voice caught his attention. "I'm sorry, I'm in a bit of a hurry here." He looked up and saw a timid-looking woman being confronted by two men, one with brown hair, one with black. That's very descriptive. From the looks of them, he guessed that they were men that the men were scouts for some hostess club. He ran into this sort of thing pretty frequently on his trash cleaning walks around town. Another kind of trash to take care of. Achi quickly interposed himself between the girl and the two recruiters. Hey, can't you see that you're bothering her? Oh, what the hell are you? Who the hell are you? The two men glared. Take a hike, pal. Achi stood his ground. Look, she ain't interested. You're just gonna have to find some other mark. The hustler's annoyance turned into an open rage. Well, listen to you. Got a bit of a mouth, huh, buddy? The brown-haired thug smacked his lips around his chewing gum like a dog boring a bone. How about we take this somewhere more quiet, yeah? What this means depends on the person to a woman. Let's go someplace more quiet. Might suggest a cafe or park, but to a street punk, it might mean an alleyway where passerby are unlikely to interrupt. The girl stood by uneasily watching the goings-on. Right. Hey, take it easy. I'm not looking for trouble. Is this supposed to be an apology? On your knees and beg, pal. The man spat his gum on the ground. As he looked down at the glistening wad of gum on the sidewalk, his last shred of goodwill vanished. You better pick that up. Right now. What? Didn't you hear me? Because I told you to get on your knees and back! Achi's hand shot out, grabbing the man by the jaw. Whoa, easy, pal. The other man's bravado drained from his face. Achi tightened his grip on the brown-haired hustler's jaw. Sweat dripped from the man's reddening brow. The man struggled, but Achi just tightened his grip. Gum's a real pain in the ass to clean up after it's gotten stuck to the street, you know. Ever considered that? Wait, are you... The other hustler's panicked eyes had fixed on Achi's chest. Is he like a superhero trash man? Ah! Oh crap! That's shirt, man. The guy's voice was starting to break. That's Mean Clean, the guy with the Mean Clean shirt. Carrying around a trash bag? That means his face went pale. Mean Clean? The other man echoed the words through his held shut jaw, tears welling up in his eyes. Bara, get it right, pal. Oh my god, I need to sneeze. I need to sneeze. Ugh. Okay, I'm fine. Big chillin'. It's Mean Clean. Ow. We're sorry, man. You're Achi, right? Dude, we honestly had no idea. Come on, man, you gotta cut us some slack. The man scrambled to snatch the wad of gum off the street, stuffing it into his pants pocket. Finally, Achi let go of his companion. The brown-haired hustler's face was twisted up with fear, tears streamed down his cheeks. Gasping out hasty apologies, the two thugs scampered off. Hey, so... A shy smile came to the girl's face. Thank you for saving me. No, I apologize. Huh? The girl stared in surprise. You'll run into groups like that now and then, but don't hold it against us. Shibuya is a good town. Yeah, okay. Achi gave her a quick wave, then turned and continued on his way down Dogenzaka. The heck? What is this dude? This dude's funny. Achi was Shibuya born and raised. He was keenly aware of all the changes in the ward since he was a kid. Grocery stalls and inconspicuous little side streets, tiny parks nestled between buildings that he knew all like the back of his hand. Trash, human or otherwise, had no place in this town, not on his watch. It's funny. Achi made his way down towards Shibuya Station. Throngs of people shuffled to and fro across the Scramble. The view shifted constantly from one moment to the next, almost as if the city itself were alive. And if the city was a living thing, then Shibuya Station was its heart. With streets like Bungamura Dori and Center-gai serving as the arteries pumping a bloodstream made of people. Today as ever, the heart was pumping that blood to every nook and cranny of Shibuya. And there's Achi, just another part of this great urban organism. Wow, this is very poetic. You litter, you die. Pull out the Glock. Guess I'm one of the city's white blood cells. Oh wait, maybe I'm a red blood cell? Hold on. Is that right? Or did I have it right the first time? XZ, this guy's funny. White blood cells eliminate pathogens from the bloodstream. Red blood cells carry oxygen throughout the body, says a white blood cell. Achi was probably thinking of white blood cells. Emerging from his, reverie, he noticed a rather conspicuous young woman standing by the statue of Hachiko, outside Shibuya Station. Ooh, she's totally my type. I want to see the definition on this. I wonder if she's a model or a small-time actress or something. To be up someone's alley. To be someone's cup of tea. Looks like she's waiting for someone. Probably another guy. Dang. Good looking as she was, there's no way she wasn't already taken. What kind of guy escorted a girl like that? Probably the rich-ass CEO of an IT company or something. Crouching down to tie off the trash bag, he continued gazing wistfully at the girl. Then he noticed something peculiar. She was carrying an attaché case, the kind a businessman might use. It was a large case, and apparently so heavy she was struggling to hold it despite using both hands. Now, what kind of person makes a young lady lug around something heavy like that? Okay, that's A. Achi figured he'd offer to carry it for her, but first I gotta dump this trash. He looked around to see if there was a garbage bin nearby. So obviously we did this option. But first I gotta dump this trash. He looked around to see if there is a garbage bin nearby. Nachi won't approach Tomi, which means he will avoid being arrested by Kano. At the same time, Kano's fate will also change, and he will no longer wind up at a bad end. So let's switch back to Kano's story. Oh. Okay, F2 for the time chart. What? This is the time chart. It shows the protagonist's progression. It's no New York City. Through the story, decision points are marked with arrows. Kano's fate has changed based on Archie's actions. Select Kano's 1030 block, then press space. So. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, this is really cool. So I select the 1030 block itself, right? Not between the two. Hey y'all, hey Mr. L, how's it going? Happy bumfuck o'clock Friday. How you doing today? Welcome to 428 Shibuya Scramble. For a little adventure game. I just went to drink water and totally missed my mouth. What the heck? A little mystery adventure game, that was what we were playing. I suppose you could call it that. Kano gave a wry chuckle as partner's lack of shame, okay? There he is! Because his voice chirped suddenly through Kano's earpiece. Well, now that guy looks like a thug. The man in the black coat, he's not Japanese. He looks to be in his early 30s. Previously, Achi had gotten mixed up with Kano about the police, but now another man has appeared instead. By changing what Achi did, we've also changed Kano's story. Okay. A foreign man had emerged from the crowd about 15 feet from where Hitomi was standing. He made his way towards her, his expression blank. He didn't match the description Hitomi had given them, but Kano felt the jolt of nerves all the same. Maybe the kidnapper was using an accomplice to snatch the ransom payment. Alright, Sasayama raised an eyebrow. This may be our guy. This was it. Kano swallowed the lump in his throat. He bent his knees, ready for action. Blood rushed to his leg muscles, banishing the stiffness that had begun to take hold. Was this the culprit, or perhaps... Trader took hold of the attaché case. It was him, and en masse, the detectives began to close in. Let's go, Kano! On it! Sasayama and Kano leapt into action, but they never expected what happened next. Hello? It's not going? Do I have a... No, I don't have the autoplay on, do I? Oh my god, I think it tabbed out again by accident. I didn't tab out, what the heck? With the case suddenly clutched in both arms, the man veered suddenly, running towards them. Keep out? So it says, right, keep out and bad ending are two different possible, like, not endpoints per se, but like stop points. I just finished my work and my coffee for night shift, so have a good excuse to be awake at bumfuck o'clock. Hell yeah, we love bumfuck o'clock. Hydrate, hydrate, slurpy, slurpy. Actually, that was the end of my first cup. Wow, I knew this game would be a lot of reading, so therefore, like, these streams are probably gonna air more on the short side, like 2-ish hours or a little less, just because my voice gets very tired after doing all the reading. So Kano's story has suddenly hit a keep out. Keep out refers to a point in the story where your progress is currently stopped. In order to advance beyond keep out, you need to jump from another protagonist story at 10:30. Oh, at 10:30 Achi has the text. Young man in a suit set as red keywords. Checking these red keywords will allow you to jump from Achi's story back to Kano's. Now head back to Achi's story and keep an eye out for that key phrase. Wait, I don't understand entirely. So we go to Achi at 10:30, right? So much reading. I mean, it's fine. It's just my voice gets tired is the problem. Right. So I chose that. But first, I gotta... Okay. Press to go back and reread sections you've already played through, to scroll ahead through text you've already read. Press down. Okay. Huh? A man had come up beside the girl. He was dressed in black and he wasn't Japanese. It looked like they were having a conversation. The girl nodded tensely at something the man said. Achi stared. Something tells me that this is not her boyfriend. The girl handed the attaché case over to the man. He took off with it in his right hand and began walking briskly away. Whoa! A nearby homeless man suddenly leapt over Achi and broke into a run as if he had been waiting for this very moment. Sprinting alongside him was a young man in a suit. Some words in the red text denotes important keywords that lets you jump between different protagonists' stories. This allows you to shift between characters at specific points. These can also be allowed you to clear a keep out. Yep. Okay. So, press tab and space. Okay, same controls. Yo, this guy looks like a baddie. I know, right? Just looks like a scumbag. Hell, my hair is like... Oh, okay. I was like, why is my hair looped like this on my head? And it's because I had a weird hair stuck in my headset. At a weird angle. Not a weird hair. At a weird angle. They're forming a jump? Okay. This is really cool. Let's go, Kano. On it! So see how one kind of leapt into action. Oh, okay. But in what this has automatic saving, right? I see. They never expected what happened next. With the case clutched in both arms, the man suddenly veered, running right towards them. What? Catching sight of the detectives, the suspect staggered to a halt, then bolted off in a new direction. Kano whipped off his costume glasses and followed in hot pursuit, the banana glasses. At the crosswalk, the signal changed to red and the flow of foot traffic abruptly halted. Just as quickly, hundreds of cars lurched back into motion. There was no escape for the culprit now. Or so it appeared. The convergent cops showed their pace, confident their man was cornered. The foreigner barreled straight into the intersection, dodging between oncoming cars without any hesitation. The motor detectives came to a halt, not eager to rush to their deaths alongside him. Then the foreigner barreled straight into the... Oh. Kano, you crazy? Come back! Kano heard Sasayama shouting, but his feet kept carrying him forward. So he chased through, too. Is that black-haired Nagito? What is this? Who Nagito?
Also, hi, Immortal Code. Welcome to 428 Shibuya Scramble. We are playing. It's a little text mystery adventure that we're playing. We just started today. But how you doing on this lovely Thursday? With shouts and sirens echoing all around him, Kano banged closing on the foreigner. Just a little closer. Just a little closer, and he'd be in tackling range. He leaned forward, preparing to pounce, his eyes fixed on the culprit's feet. It was now or never.
Kano, back off! Don't take him down! It was Kusei shouting through Kano's earpiece. Huh? Kano hesitated, surprised. Had he really just been ordered to not apprehend the criminal? Let him go for now. The real perp is someplace else. Oh, okay. What happened to the plan? He had been told that all personnel were to secure the area ASAP. Didn't HQ want to catch the perpetrator? Arrest team stay on foreigner's tail. Forensics team get busy cross-referencing photos. Even if this foreigner was only an underling hired for one task, the police had now tipped their hand that they'd been lying in wait. If they didn't lock things down now and get more info on the kidnapper, a girl's life might be at stake.
Doing well on this Thursday, glad to hear it. I'm doing alright, I guess. You know, not really much worth complaining about. Just been a bit of a week, but you know, not really anything too terrible or horrific, so you know, I guess I can't really complain.
Connor recalled another maxim from his Dick Diary. League losing streak. I don't know, it's not even that. But maybe it is. I don't know. But I feel like that's not really worth being grumpy about, right? Some days you win some and some days you lose some. Although, wait, let me open my match history right now. Yo, my match history does show an awful lot of red.
Eee.
Yo, LOL, U.GG must be bugging. It said Senna was the MVP from that game we played, Life Iris. XD. But yeah, they're definitely smurfing it. They have a very high win rate. You know, I often wonder if people see my win rate and they're like, oh no! And they're like, I don't want this person as a support. I have a 40% win rate right now. Yeah, 40%. XD. I'm grumpy for you. Grr, stupid intros. Look at that Zeri from the last game. They doing shmafu. I know, right? KO Owadit? Lame. Specific Gravity's my best friend. Specific Gravity hasn't been online in like a week though, so I've been having to play with KO Owadit and other randoms. To be fair though, yesterday lost a lot, but the batch of people was fine. Today, oh my god, I had some really like turbo troll upset toxic people, like my god. I mean, I guess no one, not really like my laners were flamers particularly, but like my god, a lot of people just giving up and AFKing and then like, or just having just really bad attitude all around. The one game that I did win, or not one, I didn't just win one game, but like one of the games I won is like, I know my laner was actually tilting a little because like they kept not getting kills even though like, you know, they were dropping all the damage, but then just someone last hit and took the kill. And like they wanted to FF and they were really upset, but I was like, come on, dude, every game is winnable, just don't tilt. And then they actually like came back big time. They went from like 1-4 to like 9-4. So like bing chillin'. See? Positive attitude is all it takes. That's what I've been preaching every single time I have a tilted laner. And usually they tell me to shut the fuck up. But you know what? It is what it is. I said my piece. Always assume a worst case scenario. Anyway, back to the game we were playing. We started talking about League. Fuck. If Kuze had told him to let this guy go, that implied he was counting on the team that was now in position. But the crook had planned a way to break through the police dragnet and escape with the ransom, and he succeeded. What was the right call here? Should he take this guy down or back off after all? Ooh. Letting the perp escape now is too big of a risk. He had to catch this guy ASAP. Let the other officers chase after this guy. Kano had his own job to do. Oh. I'm inclined to do this option mostly because what if he gets fired for disobeying orders? So... Bessie Higginbottom keeps coming to mind for the voice you did, but I don't think that's right. But you remind me of a character I know from a cartoon.
When I do this voice, is it not reminding you of myself for my Alphys my Rousey voice? Although this isn't exactly Rousey, it's a little less shy than what Rousey is.
Because his instructions had been clear, let the other officers chase after the guy. Kano had his own job to do. He broke off his pursuit, pointing the next wave of detectives in the direction the foreigner had fled. Kano had almost gotten close enough to get a good look at the guy's face. But if Kuze had ordered him to let the guy go, well, his boss should know what he was doing. The perp was someone else's problem now. He just ceased his pursuit when Kuze's panicked voice sounded shrill in his ear. Someone's taking Hitomi! Kano recognized Kuze's trademark squawking immediately.
Yeah, that voice? I don't know. I really don't know what to pick on for you. I'll be honest, I don't really watch that many cartoons, so I don't think I can help you figure it out. I'm sorry. That is a little more rousing. Subject is male. He appears to be character good. He's fleeing in the direction of Meiji Dori. What? Kano could hardly believe it. Hitomi had been kidnapped. She had been abducted by whoever had taken Maria? But why?
Someone must have been waiting for the moment when the police took their eyes off her. Something's very wrong here. What in the world is going on? Kano hurried in search of the man who had taken Hitomi. If he was heading toward Meiji Dori, there was a good chance he'd gone down one of the alleyways nearby. After darting through the side streets, he spotted a different man, another foreigner, crossing an intersection a few dozen meters ahead. This man was dressed in black, just like the guy who'd grabbed the ransom money. He's also holding the case. Kuze is right. The kidnapper wasn't acting alone, but something was amiss. Hitomi isn't with him. Where was she? Kano skidded around the corner, then stopped short. The man in black was standing there, pointing a gun right at him. Before Kano could react, the man fired. Oh, we should have kept chasing the guy. Kano felt hot all over, as if he were on fire. We just got him killed. All except for his cheek pressed against the asphalt, and the palms of his hand, they felt so cold. There was nothing he could do. Nothing, that is, except lie there and watch as his killer turned and walked away. Should have stayed behind minions. True. Minions would have face tanked it for me. Minions would have blocked. Oh, I wanted to highlight the hint, but... So, I guess we go back... here, right? Oh, fuck! What was the right call here? You can check hints in the menu. Oh. Oops. Letting the perp escape now is too big of a risk. He had to catch this guy ASAP. The man darted down a narrow alleyway. Kano ran faster. The man sprinted through the side streets. Evidently, he knew his way around Shibuya pretty well.
Beep, someone's taking Hitomi.
Kano recognized Kuze's trademark squawk immediately. Squawk. Subject is male. He appears to be carrying a gun.
What you got there? A knife!
No! He's swinging in the direction of Meiji Dori. What? Kano could hardly believe it. Hitomi had been kidnapped. She had been abducted by had she been abducted by whoever had taken Maria? But why? Someone must have been waiting for a moment the police took their eyes off her. Something's very wrong here. What in the world is going on? Okay, so we've read this before. I don't remember those. Always with the hero complex. We get it. You're hot. Yeah, the Kano's hot. Kano saw that the road forked up ahead. The man with the attaché case ran to the left. If the man who'd taken Hitomi was heading towards Meijidori, there's a good chance he had gone down one of the alleyways off to the right.
To the left, to the left.
Making a snap judgment, Kano told the detective behind him to follow the case snatcher, then turned and headed down the nearest alley. After darting to the side streets, he spotted a different man, another foreigner crossing an intersection a few dozen meters ahead. Are we gonna get shot again? What? The man was dressed black, just like the guy who grabbed the ransom money. Kuze's ready to kidnap. Wait. What? Are we getting this ending again? What? Oh my god, we got this ending again? So we did something else wrong somewhere. Okay, just trying to spam through the dialogue. Thinking emoji. What did we do wrong again? Grr. Yeah, bad end. Shot by a foreigner, okay. By trying to find the man who'd taken Hitomi, Kano ran into a different criminal. Unfortunately for him, he got shot. If the criminal hadn't been able to get near Hitomi, she probably wouldn't have been taken. Okay, have Achi make the choice to talk to Hitomi instead. Oh, chain tying! Shut up! I'm inting, dude. Now what kind of person makes a young girl... Okay. Now what kind of person makes a young lady lug around something heavy like that? Achi figured he'd offer to carry it for her. The girl kept shifting her grip. It was clearly a strain for her to keep holding the case, but she didn't set it down. Whatever was inside, it had to be something pretty important. Achi made his way over to her, bristling inwardly at whoever had left her waiting like this. If I were you, I'd bust the head of that punk that's keeping you waiting. Huh? The thing looks heavy. Let me carry it for you. The girl stared back at Achi with wide eyes but said nothing. Really, I'm happy to help. I'm not going to steal it or anything. His tone was hurried, and he impulsively reached for the attaché case. An instant later, a group of men descended on him from all sides, but... Whoa, hey, what the hell? But isn't this the wrong ending again still? For an instant, Achi froze, unable to process what was happening. But can't Hitomi just, like, tell them what I said? He tried to run, but the men shoved him unceremoniously to the ground and held him there. They were shouting about something or other, but he couldn't make out their words. The more he tried to struggle, the harder they held him down. What the hell is this? You can tell us that down at the precinct. A man in a suit knelt alongside him, flashing a police badge. This is not right. What, are you arresting me? What the heck did I even do? Instead of answering, they shoved Achi into the back of a patrol car. He gazed dejectedly out the window. He could still see the girl. She didn't have the case anymore. Now she's talking to a man with a cane. Was he the person she'd been waiting for? Oh, she looks smug, though. You see what I'm saying? A moment later, the car turned the corner, and the two of them slipped out of view. Achi slumped in the back of the seat, skulking and silent. Did I go back to the right time block? It said I have to go back to 10:35. Because I feel like I'm down the wrong path again now. Because, I mean, I did get arrested, so... Or Achi did get arrested. Several hours passed. After a bunch of pointless questioning, the police finally determined he was innocent and his father came to pick him up. Oh. For a long while, Achi stared intently out the window of the car. Finally, his father caught his attention. The old man seemed to be in surprisingly good mood despite having to collect his son from the jailhouse. Achi, there's something I want to talk to you about. So, if it's about me taking over the shop, now is not the time, okay? No, it's not that. Look, let's just get home first. Sure, don't feel like going out today anyways. But now I'm curious, what do you want to talk about? I got some good news. I think you'll be pleased. I'm never happy. I'm not sure I like the sound of that. Please don't tell me you're getting remarried or something. Hee hee hee. Dad, I really don't like the sound of that. Is he selling the shop? Hee 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 hee. And so began a very long conversation. Bad end? But what's the talk about? What? Oh my god. Don't worry guys, you know, this is all part of the plan. I want to experience all the endings. Rigged ending, bad scream. Oh, because I didn't go to the right time block. It said I have to go to time 10:35. I went to 10:30 by accident. Wait, what? But I don't even see a 10:35. What? But what? Oh wait, can I look at the hints you said? Doesn't seem so. Oh, show hints. Achi was just trying to be nice, but when he tried to take the attaché case, he walked right into the middle of a police stakeout. His heart was in the right place, but the timing was a bit off. Maybe he should have finished dealing with the garbage first, then watch how the situation played out. Go back to Achi's 10:30 and try making a different decision. What? So I guess we take... So we still... Bad and screen simulator. Shut up! Okay. Dump this trash. He looked around to see if there was a garbage bin. Okay. Huh? A man had come up beside the girl. He was dressed in black and he wasn't Japanese. He looked heavy. He looked like they were having a conversation. I don't know why I said heavy. The girl nodded tensely at something the man said. Achi stared. Something tells me that's not her boyfriend. The girl handed the attaché case over to the man. He took off. Oh, what if I don't switch right over to Kano, actually? He took hold of it with his right hand and began walking briskly away. Because Kano's gonna chase, but what if instead of switching... Okay, I continue. Then seemingly from everywhere, a whole bunch of other guys burst into motion. First one. Then another. A third, a fourth, a fifth. Over a dozen now. What the heck? Clearly something big was going down. Were they after the attaché case? Within moments, Achi lost sight of them all through the crowd. With that many people chasing him, the guy with the case was sure to get caught. But wait, what about the girl? Achi turned back around. The girl was still there. She was staring at the direction the man who had taken the case had gone, a worried expression on her face. Achi couldn't shake the feeling that something was very wrong. Maybe he should talk to her and ask what's going on. Another crazy day in Shibuya. They had been shooting a scene for a film on location. It would probably be a mistake to intrude. No. Okay, so we know we gotta do this. Achi couldn't shake the feeling that something was very wrong. Maybe he should talk to her and ask what was going on. But just as he was making up his mind, a middle-aged man in a ratty business suit shuffled awkwardly over to her first. Was there something wrong with one of his legs? He was using a cane to walk. Then one of his hands slipped into his jacket pocket. Achi could... Achi? Why did I say it like that? Achi could scarcely believe his eyes. A gun! Revolver? With a single fluid motion, the man lifted the gun and pointed at the girl's direction. Bruh, in public? Come on. He was aiming right for her head. The girl had noticed the man with the cane now. This dude got some Grinch-looking feet. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Seeing the gun pointed right at her, she froze in fear. Yeah, as one would. Achi didn't hesitate. Tackle the man. Ah! Breaking into a run, he tackled the gunman with all his might. Caught off guard, the man sprawled to the pavement. But the would-be assassin took hold of his weapon and quickly scrambled back to his feet. Achi knew he had to act fast. Give him a lift! He grabbed the ashen-faced girl by the arm and attempted to drag her away. This way, he shouted. She just stared at him uncomprehending, trembling like a startled animal. Tackle the cripple! Oh, no, not when you put it that way. She stared at him uncomprehending, trembling like a startled animal. Come on, run! Run, Forrest, run! Finally, the girl snapped out of her daze and gave a fearful nod. The police box, let's go. Let's just get out of here. I haven't made any of the right choices so far today. The police box, let's go. Still pulling the girl by the hand. Achi headed for the police box outside the train station. It was empty. There was always police staffing these things. Why do they have to be unmanned now? Achi flashed a worried glance behind him and saw the assassin in pursuit like a man possessed. Yikes, this is not good. There was nothing they could do but run. With the frightened girl in tow, Achi ran beneath the JR Yamanate Line railway overpass. Don't worry, just trust me, he told her. But first, bam, getting a shot. They sped past the convenience store where an employee was cleaning up the sidewalk. Here, take this, will ya? Achi tossed over the bag of trash. Huh? Wait, huh? That's funny. This way! They slipped through a crowd and into a nearby back alleyway. Shh, you just following the tutorial. The game's gonna... the game taught you to get bad ends. True. Like I said, just trust me. Stopping abruptly, Achi kicked down a wooden plank covering a gap between two buildings, clearing a space that a person could fit through. See, we can get away through here, and in you go. But the girl just stood there looking terrified. What's the matter? Achi asked. So what's the matter? Trying to go somewhere? Want to go somewhere? Come on, we gotta hurry. She looked at him as if he too were about to pull a gun on her. He could hardly blame her. After all, she was just some random guy who turned up out of nowhere. But this was no time for dawdling. The man with the cane appeared at the end of the alleyway. If they just stood there, he was going to catch them. Okay, sweetheart, hear me out, he said in a rush. The name's Achi Endo. I live in a neighborhood and I'm not the kind to stand idly by when a girl's being chased by some killer. So please just trust me, I'll do my best to keep you safe. Right. He hoped the look in his eyes would convince her he was being on the level. After a painfully long moment, the girl nodded her acceptance. Phew! You litter, you die. My new mantra, you litter, you die. I just said lie almost. Right, let's start with this. They had paused beside an enormous stack of beverage crates. With a quick shove, Achi knocked the whole pile down, sending it cascading across their pursuer's path. Now that was a close call. The man with the cane was floundering, struggling to get past the fallen crates. My bad, man, Achi called out. Mind cleaning all that up for me? Eggsy. The man scowled back at them and fumbled for his gun. Achi flashed a wave goodbye then slipped away between the buildings with the girl. Haha, if only you weren't crippled. Nervous side-eye meme. Hurrying down a narrow alleyway, they emerged onto a side street lined with dive bars and clubs. Assuming the man with the cane hadn't given up, he would probably lie in wait on the path back to the main road. Achi decided their best bet was to try to stay inconspicuous rather than risk getting caught on the move. Guess we can lie low here for a bit, he said. He led the girl to the entrance of a tiny old hostess club. She followed him reluctantly. Bruh. Yeah, no, buddy, Achi, you do know you look pretty bad right now, right? But it is what it is. Achi flicked the switch inside the front door and made a chintzy chandelier glow to life. He sat the girl down on a small sofa beside the counter. She gave him a worried look. Achi felt a pang of embarrassment as he realized what she must be thinking. Oh no, don't get the wrong idea. I'm not trying to get any funny business. Someone I used to know run this place. It's not in business anymore, so I figured we're safe here. The girl chuckled at his evident discomfort. Alright then, she said. He just saved her life and the environment. My guy deserves props. True, Achi is best boy. We are Achi stands here. So, we good? We're good. Okay, well, good. We good? We good. Good. Achi made a vague attempt to straighten his disheveled clothes. So how about some introductions? I'm Achi Endo, like I said earlier. Yeah, all Kano did was get blasted in the face twice. True. Lost his job, got shot in the face. You can just call me Achi. I'm Hitomi Osawa. You can call me Hitomi, I guess. She's like, I guess you can call me Hitomi. With each new word out of Hitomi's mouth, bruh, Achi felt his heart sing, and here it is. She was charming, personal, just about everything about her was captivating. Bruh. Achi had never met another girl like her. Achi? What? Is something the matter? You were spacing out there for a bit. Achi shook his head to dispel his gaze. Simp. Simp. Achi shook his head to dispel his gaze. Damn it, there's no time to get all starry-eyed. He needed to think of some way to keep her safe from the guy who was after her. Look, can you tell me what the heck is going on here? Please, I need to know if I'm going to help you. Right, okay. I'm not really sure where to begin. Hitomi looked down, lost in thought. Apparently hers was a long story. Alright, she said at last. I guess I'll just explain things as they happened. Wait, hold up. Could you keep it as simple as you can? I like he's like, I'm stupid. I mean, I'm not really the sharpest tool in the shed. Complicated explanations aren't exactly my strong suit. You know, he's actually a goon, dude. Look how honest he is. I appreciate very honest people. Hello? Okay, Hitomi chuckled. I'll try my best. She got comfortable, then she started on her story. So last night somebody abducted my sister. Kidnapper demanded that I make some ransom handoff personally. He told me to stand by the statue of Hachiko in Shibuya at 11 o'clock in the morning and make the exchange, so I did. Big white blood cell energy, nice. I missed the end of her dialogue, but probably just telling what happened. Hold up a second, Achi had suddenly lost the thread of the conversation. Could you say that again, but like simpler? Huh? Sure. This dude's funny. I'm just having trouble following is all. He looks like a meme right now. He looks like the Bibble laugh meme. Such a smooth. I mean, is this the plot to some movie or soap opera? No, that's not. Or some kind of hidden cameraman show? Camera show? This is real. This really happened. The look in Humi's eyes was dead serious. She's got to be telling the truth. What would be the point of lying? And he had seen the attaché case in the gunman himself. How much was the ransom, if you don't mind me asking? Hitomi hesitated. 50 million yen, she said after a moment. Achi gave a whistle of amazement. The detectives told me that was a typical amount for a kidnapper to ask for. Pfft. as if they have like a forum and they're like, how much is reasonable? You know, it's like a oh, what is it? It's like a glass door, right? Like average salary for a kidnapper. But anyway, the detectives told me that this was a typical amount for a kidnapper to ask for. It's plenty, that's for sure. I guess there's good money in that sort of thing. XD. As soon as the words were out, he realized his blunder. Ah, sorry, I shouldn't have put it that way. He fidgeted awkwardly and told me he looked away. I'm an idiot, but okay, I think I get this kidnapping thing. So I'm guessing those guys who were chasing the guy who took you, who took the ransom were undercover cops. He replayed the scene in his head. But then, the kidnapper took the attaché case and ran, right? So if you were empty-handed, why would the guy with the gun, why would the guy with the cane come after you? I'm honestly not sure. He told me his words trailed off. This was clearly difficult for her to talk about anyway. We should probably get you to the police as soon as we... No, we can't do that. He told me his tone was resolute. I can't take this to the police. Why not? The police is one of them? Okay, he told me kind of sus, dude. Achi waited for an answer, but none came. After a long, awkward silence, she stood up from her seat. Shimo, they always can't take it to the police. Bro, I know, right? She's the mastermind. And her getting kidnapped again was her great escape. I really appreciate the help, but I should go now. She gave Achi a deep bow. No, hold on. Nuh-uh, hold on. What do you mean go? Go where? He hurried to intervene as she headed for the door. I don't want to cause you any more trouble. She's so sus. I didn't know she was a co-op! I don't want to cause you any more trouble. I'll figure the rest out on my own somehow. Hey, I said hold on. They ignored him and opened the door, and their argument came to an abrupt halt. She's so sus, dude. Yep. Standing there was the man with the cane, his revolver in his hand. Oh, hello? Enter? Oh. He told me sus. To be what? Okay, so we actually cleared the chapter, it seems. Achi Endo's 10 o'clock story ends here. However, Shinya Kano still has more to do. Read along further and read Kano's story. Okay. Hold up. Hitomi hella sus. I'm pretty sure this is some kind of not kidnapping. This is some sort of scheme that she's in on to get money somehow from her family, and her sister's in on it too. Like, I said it earlier, you guys heard me. Each chapter is 1 hour in the day. I see. Okay, so Kano has more to play. Trailing the foreigner, but... So what of the Kano story can we still play? Because we got bad ends no matter what, right? Although we did get I'm wondering, did we just get more unlocked because of, we hit the end of the Achi story? What happens if I just start from here? I think I went too far. Oh. Oh! No, this is different. This time he's not distracted by Hitomi getting captured because Achi saved her. Oh, so he won't get blasted. I see. Okay, the man shot out onto a major thoroughfare, then bolted up the pedestrian bridge. Just where the heck was this guy heading? Halfway across the bridge, the man stopped abruptly. Cautious kind of stopped as well. Oh, that's gonna haunt me. Height roughly 190 centimeters. Age 30s. Hair dark brown. Clothing all black. A moment later, the man flashed a triumphant sneer and he held up the attaché case. Before Kano could even yell, "Stop!" it was already too late. He drops it. But there's an accomplice down below. Yeah, this mofo tall, tree-ass looking mofo. Like he actually just looks like a bad guy too. Got like all the crooked teeth and everything. The man threw the attaché case down to the roadway. I honestly think, right? Like, it's clear that this dude looks like a bad guy, right? So, like, when they do casting calls for this type of thing, like, I wonder what the job description says. Like, sus-ass looking white man in his 30s. Right? I don't know, it's just funny. The man threw... Oh, no, I know, right? Like, come on. Anyways, the man threw the attaché case down to the roadway below. No! Must look like henchman, cannot look like main villain. Like henchman specifically. Panicking, Kano peered over the railing. A man on a motorcycle is waiting beneath the bridge. I've been had. Kano bit his lip hard. Damn it! Kano sprinted back down the bridge. I mean, why not just apprehend the dude that dropped the case? Like, he's right there. I don't understand. Hello? Hearing the... Oh, Kano sprinted back down the bridge, hearing the engine roar to life. He had to make it in time. That's rough, buddy. Descending the stairs four at a time, he left towards the roadway, but the bike sped out of reach and roared away in the direction of Yoyogi, leaving Kano in its dust. Also, why does someone dress in a suit if you know he's sprinting at your baddies? Because he's the fictional hot guy, okay? That's what they all wear. Standard uniform, come on. Hello, want to stop by and say hi before bed? Have a good stream, Pengy. Thank you, honey badger. As always, it's lovely to see you in chat. But have a good evening yourself. Have a good sleep. Just go shirtless. Oh, I can support that. Looking back at the overpass, he saw the man who'd thrown the attaché case running away. I feel like it was stupid of him to chase the bike. It's a motorbike. You're not gonna catch it with your own two stupid human legs. He handed the money off to someone else. He's currently on a motorcycle heading towards Yoyogi. His report to Kuze complete, Kano slumped down in dismay. The cops had played right into the criminals' hands. Now the crooks were getting away, and people's lives were in danger. Was there any greater failure for a policeman? Staring off in the distance where the man was who'd thrown the case had disappeared, Kano gritted his teeth. The cops will always play into the criminals' hands. I know, right? Cops are always stupid AF. Ooh, to be continued. Okay, we finally got the correct endings for both of them. You finished reading both character stories for the hour. Okay, you're right. It is 1 chapter, 1 hour. In 428 you'll make your way through all the protagonists' stories in parallel like this. Once everyone has reached what, Nirvana? Hello? The end of a given hour, the next hour can begin. I see. Is one of the protagonists the white bear that we saw just now? Certain is a waste of time. It's like totally bogus. I'm tempted to end here just because we've finished 1 hour and I don't really want to start another hour, but right, because it seems like at the end of an hour is a good place to stop the stream. Ozawa, okay, we can actually play as her. This is the end part of the tutorial for this part of the story. Okay, thank you. Whose story will you read first? I have 5 protagonists available now. So I do get Ozawa. Oh! That's not Hitomi, that's someone else. Like, it looks like a parent or something, maybe? Oh my god, wait, the bear actually is a character, the mascot. That's funny. Wait, I didn't mean to hit enter. Fuck. I meant to hit the arrow key to go to the next character. Well, I guess we're reading this now. Wealth, status, honor. Can you go back? Oh, I can. Okay. 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 Tama, cute. Achi, best boy. Kano, kinda cute, but kinda useless as well. Minorikawa. Ozawa. Tama. Okay, okay. Let's look at the time chart. Oh, is this the bike guy? The getaway guy? Oh, and Tama's one of the mascots in the... That's funny. Okay, I think I am indeed going to stop it here. Just because, right, 1 chapter seems like a good place to stop. But, you know, I'm gonna be doing this again on Sunday anyways. Sundays are now the new designated Shibuya Scramble days. But I just wanted to start it today, because why not? I also just didn't really know what else to stream today, so why not? Anyways, I like this a lot so far. It's kind of cool how, like, right, later on as I get deeper in, there's, like, it showed me, right, like, the game baited me into being like, oh, you see red, not baited me, but, like, tutorialized me to be like, you see red underlined text? You take that option! Even though, like, it wasn't the right option in some scenarios. So, Shibuya! True. But I'm enjoying this a lot so far. And one thing I was really concerned about was, like, right, Life Iris, you said, like, there'd be, like, you would play to get, like, different endings, or, like, kind of there, you did mention, like, slight replay to get, like, altered outcomes, right? And I had kind of worried about that because I don't really like replaying shit, honestly. Like, that was a huge downside to Corpse Party, right? The amount of times I had to spam through the same shit again just to alter, like, my outcome. I don't really feel that issue right now with this game. Like, it's not even just like I get bored of spamming through the text, but I think the way it's all broken up, the way the text is broken up anyways to begin with never really makes me feel like I'm actually going through the same stuff, like, for a long period of time. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, right, again, Corpse Party, I would have to, like, literally I would literally have to hold the skip button for a solid 5 minutes because I was skipping through, like, 30 minutes of dialogue. So, you can skip the text you read before with the down arrow, methinks. Was that working? I didn't actually try it, but... Also, yeah, it's like a couple of slides in between each frame point. Yeah, so, like, even so, like, going through the dialogue again is not super bothersome, honestly, just because, like, it has, like, the nodes are broken down into nice sizable, like nice sized chunks, I think. So it has a they wrote some good notes. Like they had good node writing. But indeed, that is it for me for now. I'm a little tired too, and I'm also out of water. A lot of reading.
But anyways, thanks guys for coming by. It's starting a new playthrough, a new game. We're on a new adventure now, and we'll be back on this adventure on Sunday. But before then, you know, there will be a stream on Saturday, and my goal is to start Kingdom Hearts 2. But I actually don't really know how feasible that actually is, because I don't have it downloaded, and I don't think I can clear enough space on my computer by then. So who knows? We might just do more Mario Galaxy or something, because, you know, I still have content in that game to play. I can play as Luigi now, so...
I don't know, Inner Rousey has really been coming out a lot today. But anyways, yeah. So thanks again, y'alls, for coming by and joining me on a new adventure. Have a good rest of your days, and I will catch you all on Saturday with something. Maybe we can get Kingdom Hearts 2 started, but we'll see. Life virus.
Alright, bye-bye!